This week's parsha is Parshat Naso, the longest parsha Torah. And we wanted to connect the parsha to the current events. We know there's a war in Israel. Right before Hamishi, it says the best bracha in the world, the bracha that we should bless our children every week. It says, "Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor, daber el Aaron el banav lemor, kol tobachot bnei Israel, omar lahem yavarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom." So, basically, in the sequence of the three things that happens in the parsha, we know that there's the Sota woman. The Sota woman is the woman that does disgusting acts. She, first of all, her husband says, don't play hanky-panky, don't go with other men in private room. She doesn't listen. He takes her hand and he takes her to the where? To the Kohen Gadol, to the Kohen. Then it says that if she had really done sexual sin she cheated on her husband, what's going to happen? She's going to her body's going to blow up, die in a very, very tragic and disgusting and very savage way. If she didn't sin, then she's actually going to get blessed. Right after this, what does the Torah talk about? Nazir. Nazir is like Samson. Right. He never drink wine. He never cut his hair. And like the Kohen, he never goes to the cemetery. So the Gemara says, Rashi brings from Chachamim, from the Gemara, why you put these two together?
Right.
Because it says, what does the Sota have to do with the Nazir? And I want to ask a third question, my own chidush. What does Birkat Kohanim have to do after Nazir? So it's three things, right? Let's get that three. Sota, Nazir, Birkat Kohanim. Okay, so the first two our rabbis teach us. It says, why does a person say it's haram, it's forbidden for me to have wine? Because what made the Sota go cheat? Kol haro'eh Sota bikilkula Yazir atzmo min hayayin. It means that whoever sees that the Sota woman in a terrible situation, he has to think inside himself that what would compel a woman from what would compel a woman to go and cheat, and God forbid do that and do this terrible thing make her husband and family and children look bad? Is the worst sin, is the 10 Commandments not to commit adultery. You know what? Because she drank too much wine. So the person that he's passing the streets of the Bet HaMikdash, he looks to himself and he says, Chas v'shalom, I don't want to become like this Sota woman and die a disgraceful death. So what I'm going to do for 30 days, I'm going to become a Nazir. I'm going to become Kodesh Kodashim. I'm going to become like a Kohen. No haircut, no eating wine, drinking wine or grape, or going to the cemetery. Tameh. I want to become Kadosh. My question is, right after that, it says, Vaydaber Adonai Moshe lemor, Berecha Kohanim. And what does the Berecha Kohanim end with? Vayasem lecha shalom. So I wanted to say a big chidush. In life, I tell you a joke. And this joke is going to make this Dibar Torah. It says one time the rabbi, he got up in the synagogue and he says, big musar. He says, don't do bitul Torah, learn Torah, don't watch TV the whole day, be sniut. Every time the rabbi was very big Baal Musar, he see two guys in the back, this guy, Reuben, always talking to his neighbor. So finally the rabbi, one week, he says, Reuben, every time I talk, I see you're Chant, yeah. What are you cheppering? What are you chanting in the ear of your friend? He says, Rabbi, everything you say, sefatay mishak, I kiss you on the head. But when I hear your musar, I point to other people. I say, this musar is good for Shimon. This musar is good for Yaakov. This musar is good for Yehuda. The rabbi said, no. This musar is good for you. That's why I say it. I had you in mind. So always in life, when we see a tragedy, when we see a place to improve, we say, it's the other guy. We don't want to improve ourselves. We don't want to. It's very hard to break your habit. The Nazir breaks his habit. The Nazir says, no. Hashem is sending me a message that maybe one day, chas v'shalom, I can become like this sota if I'm not careful. How she become sota? Because she drink, no self-control. Like my Rebbe was from Baltimore, Rosh Hashiva just came. He says, the lesson the Chachamim are teaching us is that don't think this sota is a low-life, lazy bum, disgusting person. Anybody can become like that if they're not careful.
Right.
Because we have something called what? The Yetzer Hara. En aputropus la'arayot. There's no guarantee you're not going to do what? Arayot. So the Nazir is this person, he has integrity. Like Shakespeare says, to thyself be true. He doesn't fake himself. Oh, I can never become sota. I'm perfect.
No.
Nazir always wants to do what?
Be pure.
Shema bini musar avicha ba'al titosher. The musar goes into his heart and he change. Hashem says, you don't be like a lazy, passive person, but you change. I bless you with all the blessings of Torah. Yevarechecha Hashem v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Hashem panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Hashem panav elecha. Now, what does this have to do with Israel? We know. In this 1 month, 45 people died.
Wow.
In the yeshiva, again.
Yes.
Then they put 3,000 rocks. Are we going to be like that guy sitting in the back of the synagogue that says, this guy needs to be good, this guy. How about you? What are you going to do to bring shalom? Hashem loves it when we see and we do. Like Abraham Avinu. Hashem said, don't bring Yitzchak. Instead, I bring a korban. I need to do action. Not just passive, everything's okay. I'm going to be passive. So it says, let me just finish the recording. So it says, that's the pshat. When Hashem sees that we love to improve, so that's what every Jew needs to ask himself. If their Jewish mothers are not sleeping tonight because their boys are in Gaza, I need to be like a Nazir. What am I going to do? Say 10 Tehillim. Those that don't learn Daf Yomi every day, do something.
Yeah.
And if you do that, what's the blessing at the end? Shalom. Chazak.